Well, getting to the point where I actually want to start the video, which is up there, it's proving a bit more challenging than I thought. Well, finally found the spot I was looking for. It's a bit awkward really with all the works down there, but that behind me is York railway station, and lucky me, I've set myself a challenge to spend all day in there. We've got a number of tasks and challenges to complete, so that should pass a bit of time. We're doing basically a 9 to 5 down there in the station, a nice working day, long day in there. How long before I go mad though, that's the question. So let's get into the challenge and let's make our way back down there. Now, there are a few ground rules which we're going to go through, but let's go up the end of the platform to do that, where it's a bit quieter.
The train at platform 8 is the boat line 45.
Okay then, made it to the end of the platform. Got that very nice looking class 47 just there. So now let's talk ground rules. I obviously have to, spend the day at York Station. That's why, that's the whole point of me doing this video. I am allowed 30 minutes total time outside the station, and my boundary. Oh, I can hear something going. And my boundaries where I'm allowed to go during that 30 minutes are the National Railway Museum that way, as well as the river, which is that way. I've also set myself some challenges as well. One of them being take a selfie with 5 trains. 1, 2. Some other ones include have breakfast, lunch and dinner at 3 different places. That shouldn't be hard, there's lots of places to eat. We've got walk all 11 platforms and time how long it takes. We'll save that one until we're a bit desperate later on. Find a dropped train ticket. That should be fairly easy. Wave at the rail cam, which we will do in a moment. The rail cam's just there. And then we've got some items that we've got to buy: bottle of water, crisps, a newspaper, buy 3 souvenirs, snap a video of a dog, etc, etc, and then the rest I'll tell you as we go along. Okay, so on the phone right now I have got my at-home assistant. Oh, and while we're here, hang on, we can get the selfie challenge in. There you go. Right, so what I need you to do, please, at-home assistant, is I need you to get your phone and I need you to record me waving at the camera, because that is one of the challenges. You think you can do that? Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna wave and he's gonna film off of. Yes, the train did just go. We might get this challenge done sometime today. going to do it now, so let me just do that. There, that's one challenge ticked. Now, because the time is starting to knock on a bit, I think the next thing we need to do is go get some breakfast. And I'm thinking whatever's at the end of this platform.
This train has 5 coaches.
It ended up having to be one of these cheese and tomato toasties, but honestly they're so delicious. I'm just on the lookout for a dog and pigeons. I've got to take a video of 10 pigeons. They'll be out soon, won't they? So, for the last half an hour, just been stood here watching some trains. Still no pigeons though. I wonder if they're all further down or at the other end. I'm gonna probably just stand about here for a little bit longer, and then I'm gonna get on with the next challenge, which is the walking up and down all 11 platforms and timing how long it takes. That's going to be a big task, I think. Now, when I say that, obviously I mean like up to these signs, and so like this here, I'm not going to go past that. I obviously just mean the parts that passengers can get to, if that bit. Does that make sense? That makes sense, doesn't it?
Go. Top forward. Go. Hey. Aye.
Okay. Time for the next challenge now, which is walking along all 11 platforms and timing it. So put your predictions down below. Okay, and from the sign at one end of platform 9 to the other end, that's 7 minutes. I have to say, it's a lot warmer up this end of the platform, so I might come back up here once we've done this. One pigeon. Okay, this is as far as we can go. We're currently at 12 minutes.
Leeds, Brickhouse, Manchester, Victoria.
What a fantastic looking locomotive. Them colours are really good on it. Really good. to get my steps in today. This is how we're currently about half an hour in.
Customers awaiting the 11:36 cross-country service to Reading. This service will now depart from platform 5.
We're currently 40 minutes in. 40 minutes in. We've got 3 platforms left to walk. The Bridlington train. Oh, I wish I was going to Bridlington today. Okay, and stop the clock. So, to answer that question, how long does it take to walk all 11 platforms at York Station? 53 minutes. And next we go into Sainsbury's to start our next challenge, where we've got some items to buy. They are a bottle of water, a packet of crisps, a newspaper or magazine, a hot drink, a packet of tissues, and a pen and notepad. And heading into WH Smith's, this section was absolutely perfect because one of the other challenges was to buy 3 souvenirs.
Front 8 coaches of the train. First class accommodation is at the rear of the train.
Okay, and I've now just got myself to this waiting room because I noticed it had them chargers, the beautiful chargers. It's a beautiful sight, is that? So I'm just charging up. I'm just going to say I've just been into Sainsbury's and I've just been into WH Smith's, and what a mistake going into WH Smith's was. Does anybody have any free money that can send my way? 'Cause I forget how expensive WH Smith's is, but that's ticked off a couple of challenges, such as get a magazine or newspaper. I've got a railway magazine. There was also one that said get a notepad and a pen. I've got a notepad and a pen. And then I've done a couple of the buy these certain things ones. We've got a bottle of water, the packet of crisps that was on there. I don't know why I put tissues down, so I don't need tissues, but I've done it.
Platform 9. NER Azuma, service to London King's Cross. Forward, London King's Cross only. This train has 9 coaches. First class train platform 9 is the 12:36 cross-country service Scarborough. Forward, Morton.
The train riding platform 6.
Oh, I tell you what, I could have just literally, I would have happily have just sat in that waiting room for the rest of the day. But I thought, no, I might as well get back out, see what's happening. Some not very nice looking clouds up there I'm noticing, but I'm sure it'll be fine. There's been a lot of trains coming through since I was sat in the waiting room, charged my phones up a bit. Apart from that, not really much interesting. I'm gonna just stand up here for a little bit, and then we're gonna go and do some more challenges, mainly get some lunch. I'll tell you what I have just noticed, or realised, should I say. Not that. What I have just realised is we've not used any of our allocated 30 minutes outside the station premises. So once I've done up here for a little bit, we're going to go get some lunch, and then I think we might use a little bit of our 30 minutes sat down by the river. I'm going to count that as our second pigeon shot. Just flew in front of the train there. I called it, that was coming. I just knew it. That's pigeon number 3. Got 7 pigeons left to get. The sky seems to be getting a bit lighter again, so I think this should just blow over quite quickly. And then after that, hopefully it does blow over, because then we can go down to the river. Alright, I don't know why I'm looking like that, like I've got a watch on, because I don't. But anyway, it's about 1:30 now. I think that's the perfect time to go. Can I get him? Can I get him? Can you see him? There. Pigeon number 5. Anyway, yeah, so what we're going to do, we're going to go get some lunch. I think this time we'll go to Uppercross.
We're sorry that your journey will take longer than planned.
And the phone be mad before.
And I will start our 30-minute timer for our 30 minutes we're allowed outside the station as soon as we get out the car park, because technically the car park is still part of the station. Look at that nice view of this city. Might actually go over that side where the benches are. Okay, and here is lunch. That's good. That's really good. Now, all I can say is that, what was it called? Caramelized, that a caramel croissant Biscoff thing was very, very nice. I've also got a cookie, but I'll have that later. Now, still got 16 minutes, so let's go for a bit of a wander, but I'm not going to show you too much because all this is for a future video. In fact, I think next week's video, so look out for that. Well, I think that means we can tick the pigeon challenge off, because that's at least that's 9 I just counted there. I'm just going back into the station. I'm going to pause. And I've left myself 7 minutes if I want to come out later on. And that is another challenge done. That's the challenge to find 2 railway themed leaflets. That was a thumbnail shot I was getting there. Obviously the only issue with that is it has been raining. I mean, it's not soaked, the platform, but it's not dry. Now, judging by the clouds in front of me, I think there's going to be another downpour within the next few minutes. So while that does that, what I'm on the hunt for now for my next challenge is to find that a dropped train ticket somewhere. So let's go have a look. Bloody hell. Honestly, I thought there'd be loads of drop train tickets. I don't know if you see that. There's 2 train tickets down there on the track, so we can tick that one off. Well, that second downpour we just had, it seems to be going over that way, over there. Now, another thing is in about an hour, I want to say. About an hour, I'm going to be having some company joining me for the last hour or so. So then, when my company gets here, we'll be going to the York Tap, the pub on the platform, which I've been waiting all day for. And I've also been waiting all day because I think I've got a pretty good idea of what I'm going to have for dinner. Look at it now, the sun's come out. The dark clouds are well off in the distance over there. It's nice now. It's really warm when the sun's out though. So it's a shame when we get that weather that we just had. There does seem to be, so it's about 3 o'clock now, 3:15. Then about 2-3 o'clock there does seem to be a bit of a lull in activity and things going on. It has quietened down a lot. However, I am sure rush hour coming up, it will be very busy again very soon. Okay, and the final task was part of that buy X, Y and Z, and one of them was buy a hot drink. So my mother, who is coming down to provide me with a bit of company for the last hour-ish, she is one stop away and should be arriving into this platform very soon. I think she's here on this train there. Hello.
Hiya.
Gonna take it or not?
Thank you.
Hello. Cheers. So how was the journey?
Yeah, we good.
Was it busy?
Busy, yeah.
Did anything interesting happen? 2 carriages. Alright then, just over an hour to go and we're going to spend that hour getting dinner, and that'll tick that off, and going to the pub. Separately, by the way, we're going to get food and then go to the pub.
Yeah, just a nice window. Thank you very much.
I've been saving Burger King. I've been saving it until now. I've been waiting. And after waiting all day, I finally got my burger.
7 London service to London King's Cross, Cornwall, Doncaster, Retford,
Not bad.
Peterborough and London King's Cross.
Not bad at all.
This train has 5 coaches. First class accommodation is at the front.
Because you ain't got.
Now there's a pigeon.
This is a safety announcement. Within the station building.
Right. That's the trains viewing done for today. Should we go to the pub? Where? There. So obviously in the pub, and that's the end of my day in York Station. But do you know what? My backpack going home is a lot heavier than it was when I was coming here. We've got a lot more stuff in the bag. Keyring, fridge magnets, magazine, tissues, crisps. So you know how one of the challenges was I had to get you something for your birthday, right? Well, the options were obviously quite limited, so I splashed my cash in WH Smith's, and there's a little. However, the pen did look like it were running out after one use, but you know you can try it. Then, for whatever reason, part of the challenge we're getting a box of tissues. Came from Sainsbury's. The magazine also came from Sainsbury's, I think. Also in there, I've still got a milk chocolate cookie from Upper Crust. So I had my breakfast from Costa. I had my lunch from Upper Crust, and then I just had Burger King. So to answer the question of have I had enough now, yes, I have. I think I think I have had enough now. I think I've done everything I could possibly need to do. So yeah. Look at that. I didn't, you know, my 30-minute break I gave myself, I didn't even use my whole 30 minutes. I still had 7 minutes and 9 seconds left to use up. Oh, we've got seconds. That was a nice place. Okay, and 8 hours after I first got here, now on the train to leave York. It's been a very long day, but I have to say I've actually quite enjoyed myself. I've had a very nice day, but I'm glad to see the back of this station for now. So yeah, the next video you should see will also be from York, because we're back in a few days. But yeah, thanks for watching. Bye.